Hello, everybody. It's Gloria from Gigi the Crochet Queen. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you, Dr. Katrina, for your continued membership, and for all of my new subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for my returning subscribers, welcome and thank you for returning. Hello, Zoila from the VJ Raid. You all did a fantastic job on that auction today. Hey, Gloria, how are you today? Thank you for joining me, and I hope you're doing well. I'm going to sit here and all these granny squares I've been making. I have a whole bunch of them. This is it's going to be a shirt. But those are the colors. Let me see if I can. I think I have too much light here. I need my lighting. But those are the colors. And that blue is the Canyon Blue from Red Heart. So this is going to be my first. Usually when I do these granny squares, I just ignore them after a while because I get tired of doing them. So I said, I have way too many now, and I need to stop and weave in these ends, because if I don't, they may go into file 13. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And then I just saw, I was going to buy, what is it? The Mega Million lottery ticket, because I haven't bought a ticket in a long time, but I happened to see past one of the signs, and it was almost at $1 billion. So I went to the store and I was like, oh, let me get one. And they have a machine that you can get the tickets instead of having to wait at the register. And I put my little $2 in there. Turns out those tickets are now $5, and you can't get your money back from the machine. So I just bought a Florida lottery ticket. I was so ticked off. I was like, when did they bump this up? No wonder it's almost at $1 billion. Yeah, you paying $5 for one ticket? No, that's too expensive for this woman. Oh, thank you so much. Hey, Coley, how are you today? Thank you for joining me as well. What are you all working on now that you're out of the auction? I watched, but I'm not a furls person. I have one furl hook. It broke. I bought some other hooks, and when we, the ladies and I did our sales on YouTube, I sold all of them. I think they're all gone. Yeah, I don't see any more. Yeah, I don't have any more of them. I'm not a furls. I am a clover for life. I still like Susan Bates, but now they're too small for my hands. They're hard to work with now. And the clovers are the best. And all of the clovers that they have, I already have all those clovers. I think I have every hook clover ever made. And I usually buy doubles and triples of the hooks that I tend to use the most and never can find. So they did a fantastic job on that auction. They definitely raised some money. I don't know the person, but God rest her soul. It's always, she looked like a young person too. At least the picture that was shown, she looked young to me. So I have to do it. And what I want to do is something that I don't do at all, is instead of sewing them together, I'm going to crochet them together. I was watching La Denser. She did this, and I always watch, her and Sheila, I think she says Sheila, I say Shyla, but I think she says Sheila. They always do such pretty granny square things. And I always like, okay, I'm going to try it. Now, this is the second granny square project that I started. The other one, I haven't even gotten close to calling it finished. I have so many, and the granny squares on the other project are so small. So I'll have to do a lot more than this one. But I sent her, I said, well, here's another granny square project that you have tempted me to try again. Now, mind you, I'm doing this in these bright colors, and it dawned on me, it's like, it's winter time. It's like, oh, well, I'm in Florida. I can pop this on with some black. Go on about my business. But I hope I have enough of that canyon to finish it. Because I don't think I have. And I only had that one skein that I found. And I think I found another. But that, I think that's canyon. But, you know, Joann's does not exist. And I've gone to 2 Michaels, and the Michaels that's closest to me, did they have any big twists in there? Now that I think about it, I don't think I saw any big twist. The other one that I went to only had the pounder big twist that I can remember. I was like, I don't need a pound. They didn't have any sparkle. I love the sparkle yarn. They didn't, or twinkle, I think they call it twinkle. They didn't have any of that in there. And they're supposed to have a quote unquote yarn fabric section. No, not down here. Has anybody seen it in their area? Because it's not in my area. I'm always trying to put out the information, and then you don't see it. And I don't want to drive to every Michael's in the area. If I'm in the area, then I'll go. There's two more, but both of them are out. I would have to travel. I should go on to their site to see if they have it online. I'm trying to think. For some reason, I'm thinking I did see. Yeah, I think I did see it because it's like $4 and something. I said, oh, the good old days are certainly gone. I think Big Twist was like $1 and something when they first introduced it. And it slowly kept going up more and more and more. What did I do? Oh, there you go. I bought now I can't remember the name of the flower. I went to Costco and my friend told me about the flower Amaryl. I don't know. It's a waxed amaryl. I probably have it wrong, but I bought it. And it's 3 of them in there. And I got it. I always like to get something that's already blooming, so I'll at least know what it should look like just in case it never comes out. And I took it out, and then there's a second one that's already got a big stem to it. So I'm really excited. I've never bought this before. And when I was at the checkout line, I asked the lady if they had them, and then she went and asked one of the other employees, and sure enough, they were right there. I ran and got one. But it comes 3 in the box. Hopefully, I won't kill it. And I can plant it. But they apparently did. She says you don't have to do anything to them, no watering or anything. They just have to get some sunshine. And we have plenty of sunshine, to say the least. me see anybody. Nope. Nobody doing anything? Oh my goodness. I always have big dreams about these granny squares, and then I look at them and I feel defeated. There's so many of them. But I really, really, really want to make this. Just have a pop of color. When the winter has set in, I can't stand that it gets dark so soon now. I went to Ollie's and so tempted to buy some of that yarn. But I can't do that. Have enough yarn. Oh, Gloria, did you ever get your package? What is that? Oh, my whatnot thing. Did your nephew go and pick it up for you? Gotta be careful. I don't want to cut one of these. I don't want to have to replace it. I need 5, 10, 15. I think I need like 25 for the back. No, I think I need more than that. Depends on how long I want to make it. Hey, BJ, thanks for coming over. So you all did all the hooks today. Then you're going to be doing the yarn later? I was already saying I don't need any more hooks. I have a whole bunch of hooks. And I'm not a furls person, so. And I have all the clover hooks. So no hooks for me. And I have that set of the tulips as well. And I'm always looking for them, so it doesn't matter. I spend more time trying to find a hook. I'm hoping to get this little small area cleaned up so I can find some things I found. Remember when we had to sell and I bought this from Renee? I was like, OMG. I didn't even know where the thing was. And as I was going through all these bags I have, I'm a bag lady. I am a bag lady. And I came across, I was like, oh, see, this is when you have excess. You don't even remember the things that you buy. So VJ, if she had all of those hooks, did she sell the hooks or did she just buy them for giveaways or what? That was a lot of hooks. Or she an impulse buyer like a lot of us are. This is my least favorite thing to do. Is weaving in ends. She gave them away on Granny D's channel. Who get? No. I'm saying the lady that she was doing the auction for since she has so many hooks, if she bought them to do giveaways, or are you saying that's what she bought them for, to do giveaways on Granny D's channel? Hey, Shatika, how are you today? Thank you for joining, and hope you all did a thumbs up. Are you working on anything? Anybody working on anything fun? I'm trying to finish all these whips that I've started that I can't seem to get finished. I did my kappa, but I just didn't give him his like the little toes and fingers. I was so tired of doing this thing. He'd been sitting over there looking at me for so long. I said, okay, let me just put you together and be done with you. Okay. That is interesting. That's a lot of hooks. Let me see. Hooks and whips to go says, way to go, BJ, LL. Hey, Diane, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, expensive hooks. Yeah, once I got all of my clover hooks, then it was just, I have all kinds of hooks. But the furls, like I said, when we did our sale, I sold all of them. So there was nothing that I really liked about them. That metal hook was so heavy. Oh my goodness. Every time I used it, I could feel all the way up my arm. I was like, nope, don't need this one. It was pretty, but I do not want to be in pain when I crochet. And the very first one that I had, it rolled off the table and hit my tile floor and broke. So then I was really disappointed. I was like, oh, the day I finally pull it out and I'm going to use it, it rolls off the table. Anyway, I am a clover girl. I was making this rattle. It's a bumblebee rattle. So tedious. I got to do his little antennas, and I've done one, but you can hear the rattle in there. So do I have the bottom of it in here? I think I do. Yeah. So it'll be like that when and if I ever get it finished. But I thought it was such a cute thing. I put a little flower. Oh, too much lighting. There we go. So I put a little flower on the side, the little headband. She looked a little grinchy to me. When I did the eyes, I was like, you're looking a little grinchy. But it was, once I get all the little components done, it will be done. And mind you, I started that months ago. Just too many. So my focus now is to try to get them all done, because there's a lot of other things I want to be doing. Yes, the metal is heavy. Yep. Thank you so much. I did finish one of the 3 ruffle hats. Don't know when I'll do anything for a minute. Oh my goodness. Well, that's an accomplishment. That is an accomplishment. I had a whole bunch of ruffle hats. I need to put some elastic in them so they don't just flop on your head. And I have all these little clutch purses that I did, and I have the canvas lining for them that I need to sew in on the inside. I finished 2. I finished 2 of them, and I have 2 more. I said, no more of that. I'm done with that. Uh-oh, put in the wrong color. So many whips. I was like, I can't believe I have all of this stuff going on. And I still want to start new stuff. This is my goal. Get all of these whips done and get them put into my whatnot shop. No, I don't think anybody. Well, I do. I look at people's bins, but nobody goes. Well, I take that back because one sale that I had, Renee came on, and I didn't even realize she had already purchased until I looked up and I was like, what's that? Then it dawned on me. I said, oh, she already purchased it. That was a good surprise. I look to start new whips and leave the rest to collect dust. That has been my thing. Every time I look at a new tutorial, it's like, ooh, I want to try that. No matter what I'm doing, it gets kicked to the curb. It takes me 3 days to do the ruffles. How long does it take? Oh, it probably take me longer than that. I really don't know how long it takes me to do anything because I'm doing it in between work and stuff. So, but Gloria was like, she was a fast one. I think she said it took her like 45 minutes before. I was like, 45 minutes? Shoot, that takes me 45 minutes just to do the beanie part of it. But you will get back there. If you finish one, the next thing be another milestone. I don't sit still long enough to know how long it takes me to do anything anyway. So I'll start something, I'll put it down, go start something else. And I was going, oh man, I had so many bags with whips in them. I must have 20 bags that I'm not even using. It's got to be like 20 or more. And then I started going through the bags. Then I started finding some of my crochet hooks that I couldn't find because they are with a whip. It's just go on and on. VJ, I totally, when you said I look at things and I just start creating them, I don't even think about that. It's just, I just think that's what we all do. Don't we all do that? I like the challenge. I like to look at something and say, let me see if I can make that. When I saw that I don't even know what the I don't know if it was a movie or a show, but Eve was in it. And when I did that little visor, and I said, "Oh, that's so cool. Let me see if I can make that." And just like Renee and I did that hoodie shirt, top, whatever you want to call it. All right, got 5 down. Probably 20 more to go. Not I. That's my. So you just don't look at stuff and just say, "Oh, let me make that." I just think, oh, uh, I think that's my I don't know. If I can't figure it out, then I start searching. It's like somebody must have done this already somewhere. And usually if I can't find it, then I'll find enough information to figure it all out. Like the hoodie part of that, when Renee and I were doing it, that was because I was trying to think, have I ever done, I don't know if I'd done a hoodie by then or not. But that was one of the things I was like, oh, let me figure this out. I got to figure out how they did this hoodie. Because I don't normally crochet that kind of stuff. Like going down a rabbit hole of patterns. And be like, oh, nice. Next. That would look better. Oh, in a blueberry. Yep, that sounds like me. You need a pattern? Oh, I don't always need a pattern. I don't know. Maybe that's just my curiosity to see if I can do it or not. And then somebody say, well, do you have a pattern for that? No, because I didn't write it down. Just like when I made my, I had to write that down because I wanted to make another one. When I made Sebastian, the mascot for the University of Miami, I wrote it down. At least I hope I wrote it all down because I want to make another one. But it's so time consuming. And that was one I had to go figure out how to make the beak, how to make his hands, make the mittens, and let me see. I actually ordered the stencils so I could make the O, the zero, I should say, the zero for his jersey. So it took a little bit of time to put him together. And somebody had posted one, theirs was a little, definitely smaller than mine. And they said they'd gotten it from an Instagrammer. And so I went on her channel and I asked her if she had a pattern for it, and she never replied back to me. So that's why I started making my own. Hey, Angela, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. What are you working on? What's your weather like? What's everybody's weather like? It's hot here. My air conditioning is kicking in. I want to go tomorrow. I think I'm going to put my collard greens. I bought some collard greens and I kept the stems. I had to make sure I bought the ones with the stems to try to grow them. And they have definitely grown quite nicely in the house. And I want to put them in grow bags tomorrow. I think I'll put the biggest one out there in a grow bag. These iguanas, I don't trust them. I haven't seen any in my backyard, but I see them when I walk out to my mailbox, and I see them when I'm driving down the street. So I know they're just a mouthful away from destroying my little garden in the back. and they just creep me out. And I don't want to give them any food. Go somewhere else and get some food, not my house. I'm hoping we get some more cold days, because when it's cold, then they get they just freeze wherever they are. They stay right there until it warms up again, which is another creepy thing, because I think they're the only reptiles that do that, at least as far as I can tell. I don't know if they're reptiles, but I think that's what they are. They're creepy. Because even the lizards don't freeze like that. They just still everywhere. But if it gets cold, wherever they are, that's exactly. So you'll have people walking past trees when it gets warm, and they'll just drop out. I would probably have a heart attack. That would scare me to no end, to see one of them creepy critters do that. I thought deer and rabbits are nuisance. Iguana. Oh my goodness. I don't know. See, I'm not, there are deers in Florida, but they like my city probably used to have deers roaming all over the place. But the ones that I know that still are around, they're probably up in North Florida, and I know they're down in the Keys. They have do they call them Keys deers or deer keys or whatever? They're small little ones. And there's no rabbits. I have never seen any rabbits at all. But the iguanas, the snakes, I haven't seen a snake, but people have. My lawn man's like, you need to stop planting all these trees. Don't you know that's going to bring snakes and blah, blah, blah. So, of course, that freaked me out. And then the raccoons are always, as soon as the mangoes grow and the avocados grow, you see the raccoons. But the iguanas eat the green. They want your green stuff. And supposedly they don't like peppers and stuff. That's BS, because my daddy had habanero peppers and they devoured them. So I don't believe it. But I keep my little garlic and spray the plants and stuff to try to just ward them off. It's cold and I'm working on eating this. Good for you. Oh, I tell you. We had our little snap. I was like saying, oh, yeah, we won't get any weathers like that. And as soon as I got off the doggone live and looked at the news, they said, oh, yeah, we're going to have a little cold snap. I was like, oops, that seems early. But then when they show you the historical part of it, you realize, no, it's not early. I'm always thinking we won't get any real cold weather till December. Because it's all, I mean, sometimes we have 85 degrees on Christmas. So you just never know. It's like a box of chocolates. But we enjoyed our little cold snap. That's when I should have put those greens out, because the greens are much tender when there's a chill. So I'm going to put one of them out tomorrow. Pray that the iguanas don't all of a sudden. I look outside and the collard green is gone, eaten away by the iguanas. I don't know who brought those things, because they're invasive too, just like those snakes, the big snakes. I can't never remember which snake it is, but they're the huge ones that crush you. They are invasive and they are destroying the Everglades. They even try to eat the gators out there. I'm sure they did eat the baby gators for sure. They had a picture on the news a few years ago where the snake had an alligator And of course, because the alligator is so big and he couldn't crush him, the snake was just going to burst open with the gator. I was like, that is straight crazy. Trying to eat a gator with that hard. I know it's hard. I have never touched a gator, but I'm guessing they are hard. Hard shell like a turtle. Bears have already started hibernating. Well, isn't that good when they hibernate? So then you don't have to worry about them trying to eat everything. That's the thing with the raccoons. They will, like the bears, they will knock down a garbage can to get to whatever's in there. I keep my garbage can in the garage. I do not want to deal with critters. I know they're a part of the ecosystem, but ugh. My friend and I went to Mexico, went to one all-inclusive in Mexico, and we were at a dinner. I think it was a wine tasting too, and a big bird, I don't know what kind of bird it was, just flew in. And she says, well, you have to remember you're in the jungle. And when I didn't even think about that until it was actually said. And then, of course, my scary factor kicked in, like, oh, Lord, what else is going to come in here? I did not like their critters. Oh, they talk about iguanas. They just lounge by the pool. So, I did not go hang out at the pool. They are just lounging. And then they have some other critter that kind of looks like a part monkey and part something else. I don't even know what it was. But I'm like, no, I cannot live like this. I'm visiting and I'm getting myself right back to the critters I know. You might want to keep them indoors, according to Google. Yes, iguanas will eat collard greens if they are available in a garden, or collards are primary food source. Oh, don't tell me that. But I don't think I can grow them inside. I don't think they're gonna do it. I mean, they look pretty good right now. I just don't have the room to do that. I would have to get another table. Oh, BJ. Oh, you've seen those? Aren't they like the strangest looking things? I don't know what the heck they're called. Oh, that one's done. Oh, I did do some of them. Yay. Yeah, that was done. Oh, good. I feel so accomplished. All right. Cool. All right, so these are done. Put them back in there. And a lot of them done. I didn't even know that. It is going. Hi, Patty. Thanks for joining. You're growing them from stems? Yeah. I bought, let me see. It's going to be a shirt, a Granny Square shirt that I saw on La Denser's channel. She's made a few Granny Square shirts, but this one just caught my eye. I was like, oh, I want to try this one. Now, mind you, it's no different from the other one, except for the other one has smaller squares. But anyway, but this one has bigger squares, so I guess that's why I gravitated to it. It won't take as long. Let me see. He scared me. Yeah, so I am growing up from I watched because I had to search for this tutorial that this African lady had done, because I was like, she had talked about how you can get your seeds, so you don't have to keep buying the seeds. And I was like, where is that channel? And I finally found the tutorial. And she says, you can always just, when you buy your collard greens, buy the ones with the stem still attached, because a lot of times when you buy collard greens, the stem is they've already chopped the stem off. And all these years, I buy them, never paid attention to the stem and all, and never thought about even regrowing it until now. Now that I'm really interested in doing gardening and trying to learn all I can. I don't know what happened there. So I went to the farmer's market. It's not even a farmer's market. It's a vegetable and what do they call it? It's not a farmer's market, but anyway, they only have vegetables and fruit. Maybe that's what it is. Vegetables and fruit, it says. And I made sure I got ones with the stem still intact. And I put them in some soil, and they have grown. I have 4 of them, and they are beautiful. But they're in, the small containers. So I really need to put them in a bigger container. And I want to put them outside. But I don't want to attract the iguanas. I don't want the iguanas to come and interrupt my ecosystem over here. They must not like peppers for real. Because I have my is it a yellow pepper? Yeah, yellow pepper grew. One of them grew. I let it stay on the vine too long, but I just cut around what had gone bad, and it was delish. Hey, GGP, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. It said 44 degrees in New Haven, Connecticut. Ooh, that's a little chilly. But it's going to get chillier. Let me see. You don't have to put them in either a water. Are you saying do I have to put them in water and root them? No. Nope, I put them in soil. And I bought some more yesterday and put them in soil last night. So we'll see how they go. So now I have 8 or 9 collard greens growing. Well, we'll know. Well, I know for sure I have 4. We'll have to see what this new crop does. But no, you don't have to root them. Just put them in soil. And that was what the lady said. And then in order to get the seeds, you let them grow, continue to grow, and then they'll start to bloom flowers, and then they'll start to dry out, and then you'll have like pods of seeds from those flowerings, and that's where you get your seeds from. So you don't have to go and buy collard green seeds every year. So that's my goal. I tell you, this gardening thing, ooh, it definitely brings you closer to your ancestors. Woo, I said, I cannot even imagine. Of course, I'm much older too, but they had some older ones too. But I can't even imagine doing this from sun up to sundown. Yeah. I said, wow, I'm going to try that. They don't have any collards when I went to. Oh, really? That's interesting. Well, if you go to Wally World, well, I know our Wally World has collard greens. I don't shop there as often as I used to, because now I'm trying to go to other places to give small businesses and stuff like that. And the people at this fruit and vegetable place, oh my goodness, they are so, so nice. And they have grapes that are just delicious. Oh my goodness. And the okra Beautiful, beautiful okra. So I know some people don't like okra. I love okra. So that's where I've been going. My farmer's market near me, when I was first looking for the collard greens, and they used to have them. Last year they had collard greens. They don't have them anymore. I said, well, I guess they stopped catering to, or either they didn't grow them. I don't know, but they didn't have any. And the lady didn't say, oh, we'll have them. She's like, no, we don't have any. So I figured they stopped. But this place, they have, and then it's typical. How do you cook your collard greens? Another change in me. I used to use ham hocks, but now I'm doing smoked turkey. But I remember when my aunt, oh, she's my favorite aunt, God rest her soul. I went to see her a few years and years and years ago, and she cooked some collard greens, and she's okay, it's ready. And I was like, those greens aren't ready. I said, my mom cooks those greens for hours. She's like, oh, those are those tough Florida greens. You all don't get the frost or the coldness that makes them tender. So that's why they have to cook them longer. So it depends on where you are. If you get the frost and stuff, it doesn't take very long for them to cook. But I was shocked when she was like, they're ready. I was like, what? I was expecting this to go on for a few hours. But I use the smoked turkey now instead of trying to get rid of this, get away from the swine. Try to live a little bit longer with less problems. I'm trying to be mindful of what, after all of these years of all the garbage that I've been putting into my body. I'm reading everybody's labels. If you have a whole bunch of ingredients, nope, you get left at the store. And I love potato chips, and I had to go. I finally found Simply. Simply is nothing but potato chips and salt, sea salt. That's it. I think it's olive oil and sea salt in the potatoes. That's it. I think that's that's it. I was like, yep, you going home with me. Now, mind you, I paid more for them, but if it makes your body better, I'll take the extra dollar. I'll let them have the extra dollar. Hey, Renee, how are you today? Look what I found. Totally forgot I even had that until I found it. And I have to throw me some okra in it too. So I like okra though. And then I got to cook some cornbread. I've been trying to find, I guess, only wheat flour, but I don't have any wheat flour now. So I said, because most of the stuff is enriched. And that's what I'm trying to avoid, the enriched stuff. Make some cornbread. And I'll have my Sunday dinner. Already. I can sleep in late. Hey, Divergent Crafter, how are you today? Thank you for joining me, and I hope you gave a thumbs up. What are you working on? What's your weather like? What's your weather like, Renee? Are you working on anything? I like okra and veggie soup. And that was another thing she said. You can use the stems of the collard greens to make soup with. I'm going to try it. I'm going to look up and see if there's a recipe for something like that. Trying to be not throwing out stuff. So this time around, I took all of my stems and put them in the plastic bag and put them in the freezer. All the stuff you need to learn. Everybody saying hello. My mother usually makes a big pot of soup when it gets a little chilly. And then that's what her and my dad eat off of for the whole week. So now we are helping out on that end. Your mama, nope, you're not doing that right. You're not doing that right. You got to do this. You got to do that. When I joined the Army, I definitely was not a cook. So if I wanted something, I'd be calling my mom. How do you cook this? How do you cook that? So I learned while I was in the Army how to cook. My mother was someone that says, you don't need 2 people in the kitchen. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Only thing she would let us do is cut up the celery and onion and bell pepper and stuff for her to cook in meals. It's been a week. Oh, taking a week from doing Union Steward. Oh, that's work. That is definitely work. I'm trying to take a break to help my mom out. This job is sucking the life out of both of us, and she ain't even working it. It's sucking the life out of me. My mom has to go to a neuro ophthalmologist, and he's the only doctor in his practice. And you go there, you're there the entire day. And I want to say, why do you all even make appointments? Oh, it's just so long. It's ridiculous. So long. I'm like, why is he? And it's an hour drive just to get to his office. Only one. And I was so happy to know at least he had an office that's an hour away, because his other office was probably 2 hours away. And I asked the lady, I said, is the other office like this? She's like, yeah. I'm not going to go for another hour just to be in the same situation. I want to go see that movie. I think it's Sarah's Oil, that little girl. A true story. I love true stories. I haven't been to the movies. I couldn't even tell you the last time. Oh, I think the last time I went to see a movie was Barbie. I think that was the last movie I went to see in the theater. And how long ago was that? 2 or 3 years ago? Ooh, it's been a minute. I think that was the last movie I went to the theater to see. I'm always shocked they still, but in the theater near me, it's been named so many names. It's ridiculous. I'm surprised it's still open, but they close it. Then they supposedly redo some things. Then they open it up again, and then you look around and say, "Oh, it's closed again. Now it's got another new name." And I'm trying to remember. I know I went there to see Black Panther the first one, but I can't remember if I've been in there since then, because it's been changing. know if I'm going to see Sarah's oil, but I'd like to see it. And this time of the year, you definitely don't want to be in there with a bunch of sickly people. I just thought about it. My doctor didn't even offer me the COVID vaccine. Now that I'm thinking about it. Hey, Melanie, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. Y'all, the bush is working on doll. And the bush is working on doll bodies. It's been raining here for 2 days. 55. Ooh, that's chilly. You're working on doll bodies, and I'm working on whips. I can't even. Oh, geez, I just thought about that. My cute little doll I've been wanting to finish forever. All right, that's what I'll work on tonight. I'm going to weave in these ends, and then I'm going to go work on my cute little doll that I've been wanting to work on forever. I like this crocheter that I follow that makes the dolls, but ooh, it's some tedious work. If my doll looks halfway as cute as hers, I'm going to be proud of myself. I saw that little doll. I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. And I immediately dropped whatever I was doing and started working on her months ago. Now it's been months. She has legs. Haven't even finished the second one because I know they're not together. So she just has a full leg and a partial leg. And then I can get her put together. The beginning of this week, I thought I was gonna die. The high was 30. Whoo, after being 70 a day before Mother Nature is me. That is so true. I bought Costco had those velour jogging suits, and they're not definitely not sized right. So I bought them. Never got the red one. Went in there today just thinking, oh, I'll pick up the red one today. Maybe they got some more in. They had already changed everything. I was like, I thought they were supposed to do that. I thought the new sale started Monday, but I guess I was wrong. And flipped out everything. Somebody posted that Michelle Obama's book is in Costco. Because I looked at it on Amazon. It's $40. I was like, nope, can't pay $40, but it's $28 or $29.99 at Costco. That's $10 savings. I was like, $40? That's way too much. And why am I buying all these books when I said, well, when I retire, I'll read a little in the mornings before I start crocheting. And I have way too many books I haven't even cracked open to read. You want the rain, not the temperature. It'd be nice if it rained some more here. But not a drop in a minute. I don't think it's rained this week. Not that I can remember. I haven't even been watching the news. I've been so busy running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I've been reading, but no books, contracts, and release files. Oh my goodness. Woo! I haven't rained until Friday with a break on Wednesday. What days ahead this week? Oh, so you all are going into your rainy season? All right. rainy season is over. And at the end of the month, hurricane season will be over. Yay. And we can breathe a little. This year, the storms weren't quite as, maybe they were, and I just don't remember them because it's been too many. Woo. I'm getting a chuckle out of release files. Oh, there she is. How are you today? Thank you for joining. I'm growing collard greens. What are you growing? Someone posted, I'm in so many gardening Facebook groups, and someone posted their peppers and looked like tomatoes, and I think it was just, but there was like tons of them for just like one person. It's like, what did they just planted a rows and rows and rows of peppers, but they had so much. I said, oh, I'd love to have a harvest. But the bad part is that you can have a big harvest like that, but then you got to be able to figure out, okay, what am I going to do with all this? I would definitely share it because there's no way my daughter and I couldn't eat all that anyway. So it would definitely be shared with the neighbors. I give them mangoes and avocados all the time because I cannot consume all of those avocados and all of those mangoes. I keep some of the mangoes for myself and I just freeze it, and then I can make smoothies with it, and I make the mango preserve. But when it's frozen, that's good. You can't really freeze avocados unless you plan to make guacamole forever and ever and ever, ever. And I like guacamole, but I like it fresh. I don't want frozen avocados. And I really don't know what else to do with avocado. I guess you can, I do put it on toast. So I guess you can freeze it and put it on, but I don't even, that whole concept doesn't sound right in my head. Let me see. Collards, mustard, and turnip. Oh, you got the trio going. I'm only doing the collards. I like collards. I saw my mom have to clean the mustards. I was like, oh, I'm glad I saw that. I will not be doing that. And turnips, I don't like that tartness. I think if you mix them with the collards, then they're a little bit more tolerable. My mom likes turnip greens. I'll eat them, but they're not my go-to. I want to grow some okra. My okra plant, the little one that I had, it just died on me. My cucumbers didn't make it. So I really wanted the cucumbers. And I have, I forgot how many tomato plants I have. They are like 4 feet tall. They're all in the house. Let me see. 3 or 4 of them are at least 4 feet tall. And then I have some ones that's like 3. And I want to, again, put them out, but I just don't want them to be devoured by the iguanas. I did not grow these things for them. And I want to see if they'll start growing tomatoes in the house. If they start growing tomatoes in the house, they will never see the outside. And these tomatoes were grown from a tomato. I just cut it in slices and put it in soil, and they all grew up. And so a lot of them, I didn't use all of them because it was just way too many. But the ones that I can, and then because I reuse my soil, another plant was growing in the tomato plant. And I looked, and I was like, now what is that? I'm thinking that it's a pepper plant. I need to take a picture of it so Google can tell me what it is. But I think it's a pepper plant. And so I took it out of the tomato plant and put it in its own container. And it's about maybe a foot tall or foot and a half tall right now. And then I look at another tomato plant, and that same plant is growing in another tomato plant. So I'm thinking they must be, because that's the only thing that I had in the house were the tomato plants, and I had pepper plants that would have been in that soil. So I'm thinking it's another pepper plant, which is great. They don't tend, the pepper plant that I put outside, the animals haven't touched it. So maybe I'll be lucky with those, and I can put them out. You can grow. Oh, I can? Avocados are good. Oh, I've never thought to put avocado in. So is it replacing the mayonnaise, or you use the mayonnaise and the avocados too? So I can leave my tomato plants in the house and they will produce some tomatoes? Iguanas, where do you live? Tomatoes won't grow inside without added light. Oh, they're by lots of sunlight. Oh yeah, they're right there by all the sunlight, because the sun comes up and we get about 6 hours of sunlight on that side until it starts to go down. I'm in South Florida, where the iguanas roam free, and it's illegal to kill them. It's illegal, like when they freeze, it's illegal to move them. Nothing. We can't do anything with the iguanas. I don't know why. They're invasive, but it's illegal. They are pretty. No. No, they're not. They're creepy. I don't like no reptiles, no snakes, no lizards, no frogs, none of that. Mm-mm. And another area, on the Ring camera, they're always posting coyotes. I was like, "Ooh, I'm glad I don't live where they live." They always posting, "There's a coyote, there's a big one, there's a group of them." I was like, I'm concerned about the doggone iguanas. I want the cats to come back because they will eat the little ones. But I haven't seen the cats I used to have. Oh my goodness, there was so many cats in my backyard. I don't know what happened, but I don't see them like I used to. But at one time, I did see one of the cats over there. I was like, oh my goodness. Now, I thought it was a lizard. My daughter says, no, those are baby iguanas. I was like, oh, keep the cats. Keep the cats around here. If that's what they can do, take care of it. Oh, I'm just sewing in the ends of my granny squares. That's all I'm doing now. I'm going to make, they're just little pink and yellow granny squares. That's, and then I have, this is going to be the border. So that'll be what they look like when I put them all together. But I must get them. So I said, while I'm on my live, I'll just sit here and weave them in. Let's see. Do y'all get the stupid? Oh, no. No. I've never seen armadillo. I know they are in Texas, but I don't think I've ever seen one here. Over Oh, well, when I did a tutorial on how to make a granny square, and then I saw a YouTuber that did a granny square shirt. I was like, oh, that's so pretty. And I looked at these colors, like, oh, I love these colors together. And then that's why I came like this. And I was like, I don't know why I continued with this color, but I just love the yellow and pink together. It's just beautiful. Not really for an old lady like me, but she gonna put it on with some black and get to stepping. But I was like, oh, that's such a pretty combination. And they were just scraps yarns that I was making the tutorial with, and then when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I really like that combination. But yes, it'll be definitely pretty colors for a baby. I don't do baby stuff anymore. Oh, you do? Ooh. See, I just always thought they were like the Texas, Mexico area where they are. But I don't know. I don't know if they are. I don't know if I'd be really. Yeah, I think I would be, but they don't like. If you have never seen an iguana, the first thing that really creeps me out, when you see them run, it's like their feet don't even hit or paws or claws or whatever. They run like they're on air. You don't even it's like they never touch the ground. They're so fast, and they go up the trees, and they're always in the palm trees. I stopped walking when first time I saw one up in the palm tree. Then I went to Publix, and one was in another tree. I don't even park under trees anymore. It's like, this is crazy. I can't. They scare me. I'm such a chicken. They tear your yard to hell. I mean, holes every. Ooh, that is not good. But a lot of the animals are what do they call them? Do burrows or whatever. Maybe they go. That's what they. Yeah, we can't win. We just can't win. All of these animals do something. And I really think one of the I had a really pretty tomato plant outside, and it was doing so good. And I looked out the window, like, what happened to my tomato plant? And I don't think it was the iguana. I think it was the family of raccoons that I saw, and they just tore it to shreds. And I was like, okay. But so far, none of them have touched my pepper plant, which shocks me all the time. And I just have that and the marigolds. There's marigolds all around it. So I just don't want to, I don't want to give them food. This is my food, not theirs. Hey, Vegan Kings, how are you tonight? Thank you for joining me. If you are looking to see some awesome vegan recipes, he's the man. I'm always just shocked of his skills. Let me see. Look at all the beautiful people. Let me see. They would scare me too. Sounds like something out of Jurassic Park. Yep. That's what I say about lizards. I always say lizards are nothing but relics of dinosaurs. That's how I see them. And I think the iguanas must be eating the lizards because we don't see very many. For years, never. We just saw the little green, brownish lizards. And then all of a sudden, we started seeing the curly tail ones, which are thicker. Oh, they creep me out too. Then the iguanas came. So I don't know who brought these things, but they need to go away. They're just creepy. and they get so big. When I used to play golf, one of the golf courses, they just be lounging out by the water. Like, why are you at my house? I didn't invite you. And I'm looking at them like, I don't even want my ball to go anywhere near them. I like, mm-mm. But people take those things and bring them into their house. I'm like, no, no. It's just some things that should not be in people's houses. Like some crazy people with the anaconda, not anacondas. What are the big snakes that crush you when they? I never can remember the name of them. But there was a family up northern part of Florida that had one. Of course, it killed their child. And I'm like, why do you have that kind of snake in your house in the first place when you have little kids? Really? But that's a hard thing to deal with. The loss of your child over a snake that you brought into your house. I don't I don't play with the critters. I'm a chicken. Call me chicken every day. Boa constrictor, yes. Yes. Why do you need that in your life? I don't know. And I don't there's another snake like them because I don't think that's what it is that we have here. And the reason we have an invasion of those snakes is because of I want to say it was Hurricane Andrew. They had one of the colleges had all of those reptiles where they did all of their training, and the facility was destroyed by the hurricane. So all of the critters that they had, python. Thank you. That's it. Python. They so all of them were loose into the Everglades. So that's why we have an invasion of those critters now. And they actually pay people to go out and catch them. I think they get like 250 or they get some money, but I am not going to Everglades to catch a snake. No, no, not at all. And they are huge. I think what was the largest one that I've seen on the news? I want to say 17 or 18 feet long. They are huge. I don't even know how I think about it because when they catch them, they are alive, but I don't know what they do to them after that. I don't know if they pop them in the head or what. I don't know. Don't know. Will not know. When my daughter and I went to the science museum, we were walking around, looking, and then I walked up on one of the containers with snakes in it. I walked backwards. I said, I don't know why you all don't have something that says snakes or, oh, they were so big. I just walked backwards. I was like, nope, not going that way anymore. I swore my friend said they were like, I thought they had a downstairs where the snakes were. No, they don't. I am not curious about critters like that at all. Not at all. All I know, I want to stay my distance from them. But people like that stuff, not me. And you would think being in Florida all my life, most of my life, since a little girl, some of this stuff wouldn't faze me, but mm-mm. My mom jumped, we jumped. I my my There was a lizard in one of those bigger ones in my garage. I called my friend. I said, "Come and get it," because I won't go in there. I will not. I will not go in there until it's out. The little ones, I can spray them with Raid. Those big ones, I am not going to go toe-to-toe with them. Yes, they should. I was like shocked. I walked up on that. I was like, oh, no, let's get out of here. The museum it's really got a lot of stuff. I love the weather stuff that they have. All the history, it tells you all the history of South Florida. But they can keep those critters all day long. I don't need to run up on that again. All right, well, it's time for me to get me something to eat. I am very hungry. But I thank you all for joining me today. It's the most people I've had in a long time. Thank you, BJ, for your raid. But I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Go toe-to-toe with a snail. They don't have toes. That is true. Oh, I don't want to run up on them, and I don't want them to slither up on me. I crack up when I see, no. When I watch, you just have to get past some kinds of fears. That's not going to be one of them for me. I'm just going to always have my fear radar on for that. It's not like a fear of heights. This is a critter that can kill you. All right. Well, I thank you all out. Oh, you know what? I do my Whatnot sales. If you're interested, you can always go to Whatnot. I got a whole slew of stuff there. And you can always just go to the bin and see if there's anything that you're interested in purchasing. Let's see. Oh, Friday night is hats. All my crochet hats. And they are at basement bargain prices too. Then the following week it'll be, is it the following week? Nope, 2 weeks after that. I decided not to do the Black Friday one. I'm the one that goes against the grain. I'm boycotting Black Friday. These people have made billions off of us, and they don't want to give people health care. So anyway, that's me. Don't go along with me. Do what you got to do for yourself. Let me see. Everybody have a blessed day. Yes, DJ, have a good night and rest of your evening and weekend. You too, Gloria. Everybody, thank you all again. Everybody have a good rest of your evening, your weekend, your weekday. And I'll see you on my next video or say no shop. Yes, the whole time. That's why my next sale after Friday will be December 5th. So everybody stay safe, keep crocheting, cooking, whatever you do, knit, embroidery, just keep yourself busy, stay out of trouble. All right. Until then, everybody have a blessed one. Bye-bye.